Good afternoon. I'm First Assistant Chief Charles Cato. I want to brief you on the incident that happened earlier today at about 12:15 p.m. Two of our motorcycle officers, Senior Corporal Wayne Nichols and Senior Corporal Mike Keating, were traveling northbound on Alton Freeway near the Zang Beckley exit when a vehicle swerved in front of them. It appeared the vehicle was trying to avoid a collision in the lane in front of it. They swerved across all three lanes of traffic, narrowly missing our officers. They had overcorrected, and as they corrected to turn back to the left into the lanes of traffic, they collided with Senior Corporal Nichols' motorcycle and pushed him into Senior Corporal Keating's motorcycle. Both officers went down on the freeway. They're both okay. One's at Senior Corporal Nichols is at Methodist Hospital, Methodist Central, and Senior Corporal Keating is at Baylor Hospital. Both officers sustained injuries, non-life-threatening injuries. I'm not going to discuss the extent of their injuries other than they're non-life-threatening. And they're both okay. And the investigation is early on, so where it's too early to determine whether the driver of the other vehicle, the private vehicle, is going to face any charges or not. It appears at this point, in at least the initial stages, that it was an accident.
Chief, speed does matter when you're talking motorcycle jocks. How fast were they going about?
I don't have that information. I mean, they were on the freeway. I don't know if they were going freeway speed, which would be 60 miles an hour at that point. I don't know. I would assume that they had slowed down at some point to see when they saw that happen. They started decelerating. But the investigation to the accident will determine their speed as best as possible.
The reason I was asking is because when they went down, I'm sure there was traffic behind them. Did anyone, was it a close call that a car behind them might have hit them, or was traffic able to stop relatively fast?
The information I received was that everybody was able to stop. That no one hit them, and no one was in danger of hitting them.
Chief, can you say if the motorcycle officers were participating in the training exercise at the time?
They were not on training. Senior Corporal Keating is on training, but everything they do is training. At that point, you're on training. You follow your training officer wherever. And so I don't know that they were actually doing a training ride, but anytime you go, we consider that training anytime they're riding.
And how long have these officers been with the motorcycle?
Senior Corporal Nichols is the training officer. She's been there some time. Senior Corporal Keating just came over a couple months ago.
And you said you've been to the hospital to see them. Could you talk about that?
Good. They're both fine. Senior Corporal Nichols, his wife was with him, and his brother. His wife is also a sergeant in the Dallas Police Department. Senior Corporal Keating's wife was with him, and they're both alert and talking. They're both doing well.
You said Chief Brown was out of town?
Yes, Chief Brown was out of town, so I'm the acting chief today. He did speak to both officers by telephone, and so that he could express his concern for them and let his family know that there is thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, Chief, don't walk off. Where do you want to hit those mics?
Oh, no, I was